Okay, let me explain to you the main reason why there is xenophobia in South Africa. And the best route to go about it instead of fighting your own African brothers. If you notice, most towns that are having these xenophobic attacks are mostly the black occupied town like Johannesburg. You hardly see xenophobic attack in Cape Town, where the white South Africa normally stay. The reason is because the apartheid government built this structure during their regime. They built places like Johannesburg for the black majority. They choked them up in most of the poor areas of South Africa. They never expected those places to become developed. They focused the development on their side. So when the apartheid government fell and the black government took over, that was when development started coming to those black occupied territories. But the thing is that it's coming in a very, very slow pace. Back when the apartheid government was in power, they restricted the black South Africa from things like education, advanced skills, so that they can choke them up in doing menial jobs for less pay. So decades after the apartheid regime was dissolved, there was little improvement in the education of the black South Africans and in their skill development. Most of them survived on small-scale business, mini shops, along the street, along their houses. So they cannot even afford to buy from the manufacturers. But when most immigrants started coming to the country, like the Ethiopians, Nigerians, and so on, most of these immigrants, they combine their funds together, then they buy goods from manufacturer directly. So when you buy goods from the manufacturer directly, you get a very huge discount. Those discounts enable you to sell your goods at a very cheaper price. So when you are selling cheaper price directly to consumers, all the indigenes with smaller shops, they all go bankrupt. Now you see them closing the shops of immigrants, claiming those immigrants are stealing their livelihood. Because immigrants are able to sell goods at a cheaper price that the South Africans indigenes cannot afford to sell their own goods. Hence, they go bankrupt and they cannot take care of their family anymore. But this is common in every country. So attacking the immigrants to leave your country because they are buying goods in bulk from manufacturer is not the right way to go about it. Instead, you face your government. They should create skill development for you. Reduce education so that all your children can afford to be educated instead of focusing on very small scale businesses. These are the same Africans that supported you when the apartheid government were dealing with you. All the Africans supported you. Nigeria in particular supported you. Nigeria and other African countries played a huge role in the freedom of South Africa, whether you like it or not. The Nigerian government gave the South Africans $61 billion. You know how much that was as at then? In 1976, Murtala Mohammed made a powerful speech that rallied many African countries to support you. That was one of the reasons why America decided to support the black South Africans, because they were scared that they would lose their influence over Africans. If the Africans notice that they are supporting a racist government, Americans have no choice but to support the black South Africans. Because of the influence of Murtala Mohammed, Nigeria was powerful then. Forget that they are telling us that we are a now disgraced country. Back then, Nigeria was powerful. For Nigeria to give us $61 billion, that shows you how powerful Nigeria was back then. That was when we really got this title to the giant of Africa. You can't just come out and say Africans did nothing for you. It was because America have no use for the apartheid government, other Americans supporting the blacks. It was the influence of Africa. So the influence of Nigeria, the influence of Ghana, the influence of Congo and other African countries, that's why South Africa is free today. If the whole of Africa decide to do to you guys what they are currently doing to us in South Africa, your economy will crumble. We're all Africans here. We should learn to live as one. Face the main problem you have. Fight the government. That's your problem, not immigrants, not your fellow black brothers. They are not your problem.